Imagine a world where your spiritual path isn't dictated by fear or guilt, but by your own understanding. Today, we explore the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, a text so revolutionary it was buried for centuries. Welcome, seekers of truth. Today, we embark on an illuminating journey into the depths of ancient wisdom, exploring a text that was deemed so radical that it was excluded from the biblical canon. This is the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, a narrative that invites us to reconsider our understanding of spirituality, authority, and the very nature of existence. Imagine a belief system where sin is absent, where your worth isn't dictated by guilt or fear, and where salvation is not granted by a church or its doctrines, but discovered within your own understanding. This ancient text posits that Mary Magdalene, rather than the traditional apostles, was the true leader after Jesus, entrusted with profound spiritual secrets that could transform lives. To truly grasp the significance of Mary Magdalene's gospel, we must first delve into the broader context of its teachings and the reasons behind its suppression. The early church faced a crucial decision: to maintain a rigid structure of authority or to embrace a more fluid understanding of spirituality. The implications of Mary's teachings reached far beyond the religious domain. They touched on the very fabric of human existence and consciousness. Once you begin to unravel these profound truths, you may find yourself questioning everything you've been taught about spirituality and faith. In exploring the Gospel of Mary, it's essential to consider the ideas presented by Dolores Cannon in her groundbreaking work, The Three Waves of Volunteers and the New Earth. In her exploration, Cannon introduces the concept of volunteers, souls who have chosen to incarnate on Earth to assist in humanity's evolution toward a more enlightened existence. These volunteers are believed to have higher purposes, contributing to the collective consciousness and spiritual awakening of society. This idea aligns seamlessly with the themes found in the Gospel of Mary, suggesting that we are not merely passive participants in this world, but active contributors to our collective spiritual journey. Now, let's take a step back in time to the late 19th century. During an archaeological excavation in the ancient Egyptian city of Oxyrhynchus, a German scholar made a discovery that would forever alter our understanding of early Christianity. Among the dusty ruins, fragments of a text emerged, later identified as the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. These were not ordinary manuscripts. They contained insights that could challenge our foundational beliefs about life, spirituality, and the nature of reality itself. As more fragments were discovered, scholars began piecing together this powerful narrative, revealing teachings that questioned the very authority of the early church. The early church felt threatened by the radical messages within this gospel. They sought to maintain control over religious interpretation and authority, and the teachings found in the Gospel of Mary posed a significant challenge. The idea that true salvation comes not from blind obedience to church doctrine, but from personal knowledge and insight threatened the established order. This text asserts that every individual possesses the potential to uncover their own truth, a notion that undermines the church's monopoly on spiritual guidance. It's fascinating how ancient texts like this emphasize personal knowledge, unlocking hidden truths that most of us never knew existed. And speaking of unlocking secrets, did you know that modern science has discovered techniques to do just that, especially when it comes to attracting abundance? There's this PhD neuroscientist who uncovered a 7-second Tesla ritual that's said to attract money effortlessly. You won't want to miss this. It's too powerful to overlook. Check the link in the description for more details before it slips through your fingers. One of the most profound messages within the Gospel of Mary Magdalene is the assertion that the material world we perceive is not the ultimate reality. This idea resonates deeply with modern scientific principles, particularly those found in quantum mechanics. Recent studies suggest that, at a fundamental level, reality behaves differently than we typically perceive it. Everything appears to consist of energy, vibrations, and interconnected waves rather than solid objects. This aligns with what figures like Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, suggested, that matter itself is an extension of a greater force. The implications of this convergence between ancient wisdom and modern science are staggering. The Gospel of Mary serves as a guiding map, inviting us to transcend the illusions that confine us in fear and ignorance. It offers a pathway to a deeper understanding of existence and our place within it. As we explore these teachings, it becomes evident that the narrative challenges our conventional notions of reality and encourages us to look beyond the surface. In this context, Mary Magdalene's role becomes even more significant. Contrary to the historical narrative that positions male figures like Peter in leadership roles, the Gospel portrays Mary as a spiritual guide, one who truly comprehended Jesus' teachings. Her authority, however, was met with resistance from the male-dominated hierarchy of the early church. Peter, as depicted in the text, struggles to accept Mary's insights, illustrating the deeply entrenched patriarchal attitudes of the time. This rejection highlights the limitations of traditional structures that often dismiss the wisdom of women in spiritual matters. Mary's Gospel asserts that salvation is not about rigid adherence to religious rules or the authority of figures, but is instead about discovering one's own spiritual path and understanding the truth within oneself. This message challenges the very foundations of the Church's power, as it suggests that individuals can find their own way to enlightenment without needing a middleman. The Church's authority depended on positioning itself as the sole path to salvation. The Gospel of Mary disrupts this narrative, empowering individuals to explore their own spiritual journeys. One of the most striking claims within this Gospel is its assertion that sin does not exist in the way we have been taught. According to Mary, the concept of sin is merely a tool used for control, an instrument for instilling guilt and fear among followers. For centuries, the Church has propagated the idea that humanity is inherently flawed, and that redemption can only be attained through strict obedience to religious authority. The Gospel of Mary dismantles this notion, emphasizing personal responsibility and the pursuit of spiritual knowledge. It encourages us to recognize that we are not inherently sinful, but rather that ignorance of our true nature is what keeps us trapped in suffering. Moreover, the treatment of women within early Christianity is brought to light through this text. When Mary shares her insights, her authority is dismissed by Peter, who embodies the patriarchal attitudes prevalent in that society. Yet Mary stands her ground, representing a powerful voice for female wisdom and leadership. This moment serves as a critique of the male-dominated structures that have historically sidelined women's contributions to spirituality. The dialogue between Mary and Peter is not just a historical recounting, but a powerful reminder that understanding transcends gender, and spiritual insight is not limited by societal norms. As we delve deeper into the implications of the Gospel of Mary, it becomes evident that its message resonates with a growing movement today, one that questions traditional religious teachings and seeks a more personal, direct connection with the divine. Many individuals are beginning to recognize that institutionalized religion has often been wielded as a tool for control, instilling fear rather than promoting genuine spiritual growth. The Gospel of Mary challenges us to think critically about the structures that have governed our understanding of spirituality and encourages us to seek a deeper connection with our own inner wisdom. The teachings found in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene serve as a powerful call to action. They invite us to embrace our individual journeys, to explore the truths that resonate within us, and to recognize the power we hold to shape our own spiritual destinies. This gospel encourages us to break free from the confines of traditional belief systems and to embrace the notion that spiritual wisdom is not reserved for a select few, but is accessible to all. Fascinatingly, the ideas expressed in the Gospel of Mary seem to align with some of the most complex theories in modern physics. Quantum mechanics reveals that particles can exist in multiple places at once and that our perception of reality is fluid, shaped by consciousness. This idea echoes Mary's teachings about interconnectedness and the transient nature of the material world. As we explore the intersection of ancient wisdom and contemporary science, we begin to understand that the universe is far more intricate than we have been led to believe. This convergence of science and spirituality serves as a reminder that there is more to reality than meets the eye. Both fields point to a hidden truth that transcends our limited perceptions. The Gospel of Mary teaches us that through knowledge and understanding, we can transcend the illusions of the material world and tap into the deeper reality that lies beyond. Furthermore, the concept of consciousness emerges as a key theme in both the Gospel and modern scientific inquiry. The text suggests that consciousness, our awareness and understanding, holds the key to unlocking the mysteries of existence. This notion resonates with the ideas put forth by pioneering physicists like Erwin Schrödinger, who argued that consciousness might be the fundamental force of the universe. In this light, the ancient teachings of Mary Magdalene are not merely spiritual metaphors. They provide a glimpse into the true nature of reality, a nature that science is only beginning to explore. As we continue this journey, it becomes clear that the boundaries we once thought existed between science and religion, between the physical and the spiritual, are beginning to blur. This realization opens up endless possibilities for understanding ourselves and the universe. From the hidden teachings of the Gospel of Mary Magdalene to the cutting-edge discoveries of modern science, one thing is clear. The world we think we know is just the surface. Beneath it lies a deeper, more profound reality, one that connects everything and offers us the opportunity to tap into our fullest potential. In conclusion, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene offers us a transformative perspective on spirituality. It challenges us to break free from fear, societal limitations, and outdated beliefs. It empowers us to recognize that we each hold the keys to our spiritual liberation, and that the quest for knowledge is an endless journey. The teachings found in this gospel are a powerful invitation to explore our inner landscapes, to seek the wisdom that lies within, and to engage with the mysteries of existence. As we venture forth, let us embrace this journey together, seeking the truth that transcends time and space. The power to reshape our understanding of reality resides within each of us, and as we explore these hidden truths, we find ourselves on the path to authentic spiritual freedom. If you found value in this exploration, please consider subscribing to our channel and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue this journey of discovery together, illuminating the hidden truths that have the power to transform our lives. Thank you for watching, and until next time, may your quest for knowledge and understanding lead you to profound revelations.